Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Welcome back to you. Freak stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. I hope y'all are doing okay tonight. It is midnight once again here, and you are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, the Livecast. With me, Michael. Hope y'all are doing okay. Yeah. If you want to watch this live or, interact in chat because it's Twitch, it happens on Twitch. You can go to twitch.tv/MeltLyricOriginal, all one word. And yeah, you can watch this happen live. You can watch the after show where I basically edit the podcast and do random stuff until something either dies or I would just say I'm tired or something. I don't know. Whenever I call it quits, it's a random amount. But you can also watch the VOD once it's over, for up to 2 weeks on Twitch because of how that works. I don't know if that ever changes or I don't think that condition ever changes. I think it does, but you can, if you have enough poll or whatever, enough viewers. But I don't think I'm going to have that for at all, or maybe someday, but I don't. Still, I feel like 2 weeks is enough. If you miss it on here, no. And plus, the after show stuff, if I see it anywhere else, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. That is a vague threat. Don't take it personally, but business is business. Business is business. But here's the thing about the after show, the stuff that I do on there is just edit this podcast down where you can watch it on other websites like YouTube, where I put the video up right away, or try to attempt to whenever it gets on, it gets on because of YouTube being YouTube. And eventually I'll get onto other platforms. I just found out about another one. Solely because of motherfucking Discord. I was in a Discord call with the boys earlier today, and I just discovered that there's this tune in or something like that. It's like, goddamn, how did I not know about this too? It's like, and now it's like you can go into a Discord call and have it as an activity. I need to let the boys know, but I'm not going to do it right now. I think they're still on the call, but I'm in the show. I'm not going to get into it. And plus it's loud when I go into a call. It's extremely loud and I don't want to do that. But yeah. Anyways, but that's the thing. Eventually this will show up on other platforms and stuff like that once I attempt to. It's probably going to be whenever episode 100 starts. I think that's probably one. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I still have all the videos and unedited stuff before, so if I really, really, really wanted to, I could, but I don't think I would. Or anything, I'd probably just restart the podcast, not call it the live cast. I mean, yeah, it is. Just call it Midnight Ramen the show. Maybe that might be it. The show? No. I think the show is a little bit too the podcast for real. I don't know. If I were to actually come up with a rebrand stuff, like even with the hat I'm wearing, a Super Mega one, they rebranded their whole podcast after a hiatus, after a botched attempt at trying to cancel them. Let's be honest, that's what it was. And they changed like the Super Mega Cast into Super Mega Show, which is the same thing, but you know, they restarted it and they had like so many podcasts. They're like, oh, let's just start at episode 1 again. Like I feel if we get to episode 100, I might change it, but it's probably going to be the same. It's the same stuff. It's like if I were to upload every single thing at like before, it's going to be the same thing. Or it's going to be the same as it was, but just, you know, I don't know. We'll figure that out. When the time comes, yeah, we'll get to it. We still got time. I still have to get the radio shows edited because, yeah, I probably should. But I have a plan for that because it was a radio show. I'll try to do my best to make sure that like I have like Spotify playlists or something like that. So like it'll be like selective. So like you can get onto it, or like it'll be like a playlist of it, but it's like restricted. So like it's only whoever gets the link. I don't know how it'll work, but that's the thought. I just haven't done anything yet. So, and I feel like I've already said that before in some past podcast, but I don't know. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But what? Something I haven't talked about. So, I'm getting into so my mom was like making like some elote, some for dinner and stuff like that. I mean, it was in terms of elote that from the stuff that she was able to make out of, it was good. I feel like it could have been a lot spicier. It was super sweet. Like a lot of the food, like dinner was like really, really sweet for no reason. And I'm just like, what? Like I feel like there need to be something. Even the elote had like lime on it, and I was like dousing it in lime to get that like, you know, like sour kick to it. And it was so freaking sweet. Like I don't know what happened. But speaking of elote, so I've came up with a scenario. So for video people, you're not getting much treatment, but this is for you audio listeners. But for video people, imagine this in your brain, if you will. So picture this. Y'all know the famous Twitch kick. I don't know if actually it's kick. Whatever, you know, the famous streamer Ninja, Fortnite streamer, League of Legends, other games like that, you know, but mainly Fortnite. Yeah, y'all know this guy, Ninja, right? Ninja Blevins, or Tyler Blevins, aka Ninja. The same. This guy, I'll tell you about this guy. He's married, you know, and this one time, he's playing League of Legends or one of those MOBAs, and he's playing a jungler, and he does this pretty neat feat in the game where he like gets like a quadra kill or something like that, or the whole other team is wiped out and has to wait, you know, their respawn is on cooldown, and they're just dominating. And so his wife, Ninja's wife, comes in the room. And I don't think he was probably not streaming at the time, and she brings him a sandwich, and like this is not like he did not ask for the sandwich, but the another point that another thing he probably didn't even ask for. She wasn't wearing a bra. Like, kids, get out of the room. She was not wearing a bra. Like, you need, like, parents, cover your kids' ears. Ninja's wife was not wearing a bra. I mean, she was probably wearing a shirt. I would assume that, you know. She was just bringing him a sandwich. Bringing the man a sandwich. He's gaming. He's on League of Legends, you know. And and he's just like, man, this is life. And he goes to Twitter and posts the whole thing on that. But that's not the point. That's I'm just describing Tyler Blevins. I mean Ninja, the streamer Ninja. The same ninja who went on Rockin' New Year's Eve and told a crowd of about 2.5 million people who've probably been standing out there for hours upon hours and are like dancing and like, as cramped as they are. This guy goes up onto like this weird balcony, whatever, and starts telling people to do this crazy dance move called flossing. Like, imagine that. Like, they're not going to dance. There's not going to be a lot of movement because it's so crowded. And he's just like, I don't see enough movement. Like, brother, this is a crowd. Who's going to have the room to dance, like floss, like dance, let alone floss, in Times Square? Not many people are going to have that space. So he just makes himself look stupid on national television. That's the same ninja we're talking about here. The same ninja that was also in a movie featuring Ryan Reynolds and the guy from Stranger Things. The guy from Stranger Things with the bat. I blanked on his name. That's the detail that I literally blanked on. But he's in Stranger Things. But also that's the same ninja that we're talking about. But ninja only makes a cameo in that movie. Free guy. So Ninja Blevins, Tyler Blevins, aka Ninja, the famous Twitch streamer, famous Fortnite Twitch streamer, or streamer, period, because he's been on other sites. So imagine that. So picture this in your mind. He's streaming in his room, his streamer room. Probably a bunch of computers. I don't know how much his setup is, but it's dark, and you can see his like silhouette of him sitting in his gamer chair. You can't really tell, but you can see like little spikes in his hair over the gamer chair, and the camera zooms in a little bit closer, still from the back. You just see him. It's like he's like in a Fortnite match when you get someone from. Shoot someone in the back, give him back shots. Yeah, you're giving him back shots. But you're not, in this point of view, you don't have a Fortnite gun. You're not in third person mode. I mean, you're the point of view of the camera. And it zooms in closer and you start seeing the light and colors of the screens and just the general room start to change and like reflect that, we're looking at Ninja here. Like, if you didn't know that this was Ninja, this is Ninja here. And so he turns around as like you can finally see like all the colors in this picture. For instance, just in your head, this image in your head, video, movie. He turns around in his chair counterclockwise from like if you're seeing from the back, he is turning left. Your left, because it's the same direction. His left, your left, same left. He turns around counterclockwise, and you notice on him, he's wearing all the ninja gear. Not like an actual ninja, but Tyler Blevins ninja gear and streamer gear, and there's not anything strange about it, but there is one thing strange about his appearance right now, and that's his hair. See, normally on top, it looks just the same. It's blue. It's dyed blue. It's spiky and stuff like that. Just usual Ninja Blevins stuff. But on the sides are different. Like, it's not dyed. It's just, his normal hair color, which is like a brunette, a brown, or whatever. Maybe it's black. I'm assuming it's just, like, he's a brunette. But it's not about the color of his hair. It's about the style of his hair. See, he got it cut like in this image, in this movie, in your mind palace. He got a haircut. Not on the top, but on the sides. Maybe on the top a little bit too, but mostly on the sides. And the style of that haircut, it's called this haircut called the fade. You can look it up. You can look it up online, and it's of a variety where the taper of it, it's a fade. The taper of it it's not high. In fact, it's the opposite of high. It's quite low. You could call it a low taper fade. So what I'm saying is, imagine in your brain. So imagine this. Ninja picture this. Ninja, Fortnite streamer Ninja, his hair, he has a hairstyle called a low taper fade. Imagine if Ninja got a low taper fade. That would be wild. Absolutely wild. Crazy. And see, that's the whole bit. That's the whole fucking bit. Honestly, I wonder how long I went on just yapping about Ninja with the low taper fade. Because that went on. That's a good way that I just killed some time there. Fuck. But no, that's important. That's very important because, he made that a reality, though. That did happen in real life. And, they say that the low taper fade meme is still going till this day. Even though it started back in, January. It's still going to this day. There's plenty of memes about it. Okay, the title of this episode, you already know what it's going to be. It's going to be it's going to be LTP. Ninja. LTF. Yeah, it's going to be LTF. And then in the thing, it's going to be called low taper ... Low taper fade. Could you imagine though? Actually, let's look up. Let's imagine this. Let's imagine this in our mind palaces, but for real this time. Ninja with a low taper fade. See, I don't. See, some of the images of this are just kind of weird. Because he legitimately got a low taper fade. This kind of looks like a mohawk here, but yeah, and he learned about it early too. That was crazy. That was yeah, when the Lions were still in the running for the Super Bowl. They're not anymore. They couple months late. I don't think they're gonna win. I don't think they're gonna win this year because the year's already over. But yeah. Could you imagine though, just hypothetically speaking, if Ninja had a low taper fade, that would be wild. Absolutely. Absolutely bonkers. And now as I look at who's in chat, because I know he came in mid-bit. He heard the pun. It's just not an anti-joke. Actually, one of my coworkers, when I was still working at the pizza place, he always told this story. I'm not gonna go into that. The story, it's some kid eats an apple or something like that, and it turns into this thing he needs to learn some grand wisdom, and it leads him on this epic quest to Malaysia or something like that. Not Malaysia, the Himalayas. And he's climbing up the stairs. And then he right before he learns the great truth that he's been trying to learn all of his life, he trips on the top stairs, hits his face and falls all down every single stair and dies. And it's this huge anti-joke. And he always tried to he tried to spring it on us multiple times. Just I haven't heard this one. Wait a minute. He gets halfway through and it's not even the full joke, and it's wait a minute, I know where this is heading. I think that's the low taper fade Ninja joke is my version of that. And I could add see, there's a lot of things I could add onto that bit, because he's done some pretty stupid shit that makes even the stuff that I've talked about on the podcast seem like nothing. Legit, dude, brothers should not have a Twitter. Bro, Twitter should not fucking exist anymore. God damn. what was it? Elon's like, oh yeah, I'm allowing nudity. It's like, so same as usual, right? It's like, I just hear horror stories about like, oh, all of the like porn bots and shit like that on Twitter. Like, I don't have a Twitter because like I had one at one point, like long time ago, but I haven't even touched it. I can't even log into it because I don't know what it is. Like, that's how long ago it was. And yeah, like, I just could not handle Twitter. I hated it. It sucks. So like, and I'm just hearing horror stories about like all these, like, it doesn't even have to be like, especially like mainly from like content creators, like, you don't have to look far to find some like just gross shit in your feed. And oh, excuse me. It's like, seriously? I don't want to be in that. And now Elon's like, oh yeah, you know the thing that I promised I was going to take away? I'm fucking allowing it. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? I don't give I don't give a shit anymore. Like, he has already reached that point. It's like, yeah, we get it, dipshit. Like, I get the Tesla cars, not the trucks, but like, I honestly, it would be kind of cool to get a Tesla, just like, you don't want a Tesla car, even rent one. It would be pretty interesting, I feel like. But like, man, I just can't get with it. I just can't get with it, personally. You know? Look at my like preview, it's frozen. I don't know what that's about. So anyways. Yeah, I just, like, I don't know, man. Just some weird shit going on in the world today. No. Yeah. Like, and it's also been a boring week. Oh yeah. So over the weekend, like, I was giving myself busy work, and even on Monday I was giving myself busy work. So the two things that I did over the weekend at work. So on Saturday, I had to make space for like a one person lift. I was like, why don't we move all this old shelving? Like, one of my coworkers like, I would move this, but I don't want to like be the one to say that, or we need to do it. It's like, and he's like, yeah, I could move it. I just don't feel like it. And also at the same time, it's like, whatever. And I get that. I totally do. And so like on Saturday, I'm like, I just pressed the fuck it button and just said, all right, I'm going to move it and clean all this other stuff out in the way. So got like rid of all these like extra cables that we don't use anymore. All this old stuff, hid it up in the high like storage area, because we have probably enough storage to get rid of just a lot of outdated stuff, like freaking telephone cables, like phone cables. Like, we don't use that crap anymore. Or even like polycoms. Like, yeah, it can be used. A polycom, like basically a multiple, like a phone conference call. It's like, yeah, you could do that now, but there's this thing called Zoom or Teams that you could just use that instead, and it's a lot easier. And honestly, it's a lot easier. As much as it's a pain in the ass to like have it going, it's so much better. Like, I'd rather set that, like, go through all the extra work that it takes for us to set up Teams on a computer than to set up a thing that I don't even know how it works. Like, I do kind of know how it works, but I have zero faith in it. And like, the group that we had using it last, thank God we literally bailed out on it and we didn't need to set it up, because like, we were panicking for like a good solid 3 hours trying to figure out how the polycoms work. And at the end of it, we still were kind of like befuddled. And I think we just got to the point where it's like, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. Because it's just not worth it. It's not worth the stress and thinking about it. Like, we could do it if we needed to, but like, no. Also, the information that we were given to set it up is flawed, completely flawed. So we don't know where it's being sent to, and even patching it's going to be it's a pain in the ass. So it's like, well, why are we doing this in the first place? You know? This does not do it. The year is 2024. Let's not use freaking conference calls. Let's not use VGA cables too. Like one of my older coworkers, he's been saying this for fucking decades. He's like, yeah, you know what VGA stands for? It stands for very going away. Like that you fuck up one pin on that cable, pray to God it still works. Like, I love HDMI. It has its flaws. It's not perfect. But, like, at least if one... it's reliable. Like, it's reliable. The signal is always reliable. Although, I will say with VGA cables, I love the little screws on the side because, like, that shit ain't coming out. Like, you are going to... Like, if you were to accidentally rip something or, like, move something too far along, whatever is the mobile object is going to go flying and that thing will be destroyed. But the cable is going to be in there solid. Like you can use it around, swing it around your head. It's still going to stay in. Like you can create a mace out of that, or a mall out of a VGA cable. Don't actually do that, but you could. Pretty damn easy. Keep a VGA connection, because those things are fucking rock tight. But the actual like signal itself, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's like I had to do it during college too. It's like, dude, this cable sucks. And only once did we really have like a client that like was using it as their main laptop, and every other time it's like a, like a MacBook Lightning adapter or the weird plugin for the Apple products or an HDMI. And we have things to actually compensate for that. Whereas opposed to VGA, we do have a solution for that, but it's like, why would you want to do that in the first place? Like, the year is 2024. Let's get with it. But yeah. You know what we should get with? Some fucking magic cards, because I'm feeling it. Oh, I don't have to press the button. I could just do that. Yeah. You know what? We're opening 3, but I need to get my die to find out which ones I'm opening. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one. And then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one. And then last one. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last pack. I literally hit the last packs. Like these little sections that I made. It's crazy. All 3 of these 4s and 5s. We're getting pretty low on our package there, but Modern Horizons 3 is coming out literally this week, or the pre-release is this weekend. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for it though, because like there's a lot of good cards within the set, but like I don't want to go too nuts on it. I might get another box of Thunder Junction just because I fucking love it. Even though like now the set isn't worth anything anymore, like it really isn't. Like, let's be honest. I love Thunder Junction. I like the mechanics. Stories, whatever. I love the story, but I feel like they missed out on a lot. And Spide Acerac put out like a good like video recently of like the Fortnitification, like how it's becoming basically the IPs that they're selling in the universes beyond are the best products, and their main products are just like kind of pee pee poo poo. Which honestly isn't wrong of a statement. But also at the same time, like their mainline products are fucking banging too. Like they're not bad, but they're just like, eh. We don't talk about murders though. We don't talk about murders at Call Off Manor. That just absolute fucking bomb. Like it has good cards, some, but it's not good. Not a good set. And my stream crashed. Give it a moment. Just gonna wait for it. Hello. I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to wait for the stream to get back on. Oh, my internet connection just decided to conk out. Let me get this up real quick. Yeah, I love this at what, 12:30 at night, just randomly, internet connection just decides to conk out. That's normal, right? It doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, I'm not pissed about it because like the amount of like it's already in the episode. Like I can't do anything about it. I'd be really pissed, but like what am I going to do? But seriously? No connection? Can't connect to this network. Why can I not connect in this network? Hello? Why? Sir? Ma'am? Okay. Like, I'm kind of excited for the next couple of sets, though. I mean, this will probably be going up. You know what? This will probably... if this keeps on going the way that it is, it's probably just going to be going up as a VOD. I'm not down. I'm not mad about that, but it sucks, The regular, like, stream itself is just going to be... That's actually kind of weird, though. Like, if it does happen like this, where my internet just decides to conk out like this, I wonder what I would do. Because, like, it's just going to be the same. The VOD's just going to go up. Okay. Whatever. It just... I literally turned it off and turned it back on. What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? So it was something with my computer. I don't know what it is, though. Strange. I have to type in the chat. It's like, going back. I'm... refresh. All right. Yeah. There we go. And now we're on to the packs, for real. But yeah, I honestly think if that does happen, thank God it didn't happen last week when I actually had a guest on, Because that could have been bad. But I think the video would just go up itself, Thank God especially with like Popsky too, because like he's literally in a freaking government black site. Like that shit's, like how that connection even stayed stable as it was. I'm surprised it stayed as stable as it was. Foil planes. Raven of Fell Omens. Terminal Agony. What do we got? Ooh, Bristlebud Farmer. Okay, that's a good one. I think. Yes. Ooh, Concealed Courtyard. Hell yeah. I think Bristlebud Farmer, it's not too much if I remember right. Oh, wait, no. No, it's the other guy that's actually a little bit more. Like Billy? But I think actually that one's pretty good. I can't remember. But great, we're giving food tokens more support. All right, bouncing, whatever, fake your own death. Yeah, I'm just going to go through some of these pretty quick. Highway robbery. ¿Qué estás? What was this? What was this one? Oh, Willie Duke. Mountain. Gin of Fool's Fall. Decisive Denial. Oh, 3 steps ahead. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I just finished with making 2 more decks. Literally today or yesterday. Like, I'm on my shit now. Like, I'm on my fucking... I'm on something. And even though, like, a couple weeks ago, and I was, like, talking, it's like, oh, it's, like, some anxiety thing. No, I am on my A game when it comes to making decks right now. Like, I banged out, what? In the past, like, month? I probably banged out, like... Actually, when I started doing that, I probably added 3-4 more on top of it. So I made, like, 8 decks? 7-8 decks the past month. Like, that's crazy. Probably more. I can't remember exactly, but like even fixing, like that's a lot. That's a lot of decks. Some Fortunate Accident, Miriam, Overzealous Muscle, Mitsumi Limbreaker. I'm just going to go through some of the comments because I do not care. And I already kind of see some of the stuff in the end, but whatever. Oh, is this Pillage of the Bog? Oh, it's a signature one. Fuck yeah, let's go. Jagged Barrens, Crime Land. Ooh, Thunder Lasso. I like that. Clear Shot. The Rare. Oh, Final. I have 4 of these. This is literally This is the mythic I keep getting the most of. It's a $20 card. It's not bad. I'm not mad about it. But I have like 4 or 5 of these. Like 3, 4, or 5 of these. Not joking. This is literally my Atraxa, my what's it called? My Smothering Tithe, my what's the other one? Oh, Elspeth from the March of the Machines. This is literally this version for Thunder Junction. Like, god damn it. Like, I'm mad. Like, I'm not mad about it, but I'm also mad about it because it's funny. But honestly, those 3 packs, bangers. We definitely get money off of it if we were to sell them. Sold off of the big cards. I could tell. Also, speaking of Magic, one of my buddies from high school, and I talked about him on the other episode. I need a message about them about that. I still forgot to message him. Like, I am bad about that sort of stuff. But he just messaged me earlier today, just literally right after I got done, like, making my second deck. And he's like, hey, I don't know if you're in the area anymore, but if you are, I'm getting a bunch of people, but like a small group of guys together to play some Commander. I'm like, fuck yeah. I am so down to do that. And I showed him my Mox Field, which if you go to my YouTube channel, you can find multiple episodes of deck techs, which I love doing, honestly, especially the stuff that I've been making recently. Oh, it's strong. It's crazy. I feel like eventually there's one of them that I made recently that I'm going to make one, but I don't want to, like, for the weekly videos, I don't want to put them all just make that. I don't know honestly what I'm going to do this week. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I might just honestly make just Magic stuff because I like doing it. But I want to have like variety, which is kind of bad for the algorithm, but it is what it is. I don't know. It is 6/6 today. I just realized that. And if you add the last 2 digits of 24, that's another 6. That's just a signal of the beast. That's not good. Not good. And it's a Thursday. But no, I'm so glad I'm getting more people to play Magic with. Like, I still think about the days when I first started playing with some guys with my friends over at the local library, and on Tuesdays, and I couldn't go all too much as like I was getting later into high school, but I remember that's where I started, and that's where I learned with my cousin, a bunch of his buddies that he knew, and guys that I knew like beforehand too. It's just like, I'm so glad I got to, like, as much as problematic as like Wizards of the Coast, I mean, partially Wizards of the Coast, but more or less, I would say Mattel. Not Mattel. Hasbro? Yeah, Hasbro. More like what Hasbro's been doing with them just sucks. It is what it is. What can you do? But just the things that have been going, like, end of the day, I'm glad that we live in a world with Magic the Gathering, because it's like it brings people to the gathering. It's in the fucking name. It's part of my, sorry for that language, but like, it's in the name. Like, it brings people together, and I'm just so like happy to be playing with buddies and starting to get people interested in it. And like, I feel like if you want to watch a very good video, Spice 8, like I mentioned it before, but Spice 8 Rack just put out a video, just like the Fortnitification of Magic the Gathering. It's not only a great critique on Magic the Gathering and the state of Magic the Gathering where it is right now, but it's also just like a good retrospective, like the goods and the bads of what society is like. It's the way that the community is already built up right now. It's like it could go either way. It could just burn in a shit pile, in a shit storm. Just everyone hates it now. Or like if, say, one day the company goes belly up, people are still going to play it. There's still going to be people playing it. There probably might be people making more. Who knows? But like, it could go like, there's a whole myriad of things that could happen in the future. As much as it seems so narrow casted and how weird that they're trying to construct it, like anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm excited. I am so glad and happy to be a player, just introducing people to do it, just like those who did it for me. I'm so happy about that. And it's been over a decade. Over a decade now, I feel like, right? Hold on. Oh, my beer. I gotta check this out, because I think it has been over a decade at this point. Let's see. It was Battle for Zendikar. It was around that time. I think it was in 2015. When did it come out? Jesus Christ. Released. Oh, actually, no? Really? 10/2/2015? It's been 9 years? We've been like 9 years. It's crazy that, like, as much as I talk about Magic the Gathering a lot, and I do on here, and sorry for those, who aren't interested, like, it's crazy the amount of people that have gotten on it within the past decade. Like, and you've got creators that, like, gotten in less than 2 years ago who know more than me. It's like, what the flip? Like a good example of that is Malthound. He's like gotten crazy huge because he has like just incredibly just out of pocket hot takes on like just crazy cards. Like, how does he know about this card? I mean, it's probably because people are like showing him in that whatever, but like still, like, how is a guy that didn't even know about it like however so long ago that well informed of the game and the state and how to play? It's like, that's crazy. I couldn't imagine that. And even like with my buddy Outsider, Cam, like a little over like a year and a half, like 18 months ago, he barely knew anything. Like, he didn't know shit. And now, like, we're having like conversations and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this will be better in this deck, and he's like saying things better than I do sometimes, and I'm happy for that, because I love having people that I can talk to about it, and I love having the ability to actually say that sort of stuff. But yeah. So anyways, yeah, I just love playing Magic the Gathering. Oh yeah, funny story. When I was still working at the the Memorial Union back at college, I the Lost and Found was always like, originally when I started working there, it was like in our office, so like we would always be, me and my girlfriend at the time, we would dig through the Lost and Found when it was about to be like taken away and stuff like that at the end of the semester, and try to find stuff that we would want, or like stuff that's interesting to us, like clothing. Like I have clothes that I still often wear from there, that it's in my rotation. Like, it's crazy how much I've gotten from there that's actually pretty decent. Although this hat that I'm wearing right now, I have no fucking clue where I got it. I think it's from the Lost and Found. I think it was from the Lost and Found, but I think by this point when I got the hat, it was moved to a different area in the building, and we were kind of sad about it because we definitely, like, let's be honest, we definitely stole from Lost and Found. Not like, oh, something was put in there, oh, I called dibs on it. No, like, it was in there for months. And it's like, oh, we're gonna throw this away. Hey, before you do that, let's get our grubby fingers on it. And we did. We totally did. And this is one of the objects that I got from there. I think this is because, like, I think it was like over a week and no one was coming into claiming it. And I feel like there was a little bit of dibs in it. And oh man, I just love this hat. Although I think I got this, I feel like I got this afterwards. I don't remember how, I don't remember why, but gosh, I think this is like one of the few times that I've actually worn it. Oh, it's so cool. It's so nice. It's a cool little beanie hat. It's got Adidas, so it's stylish and it's into the fashion or whatever, but like it's kind of neat. I love bucket hats. I really do. Yeah. I think I have a bigger one. I have a sombrero. I have a freaking sombrero. And I got it because my parents went to had a cruise when I was in my junior year of high school. So I was literally the only one at home that entire week. So I had the house myself. I could have thrown a party and no one would have known. But me having to clean it up, I'm like, oh, man, that would suck if I actually did. I could have had a party at my house, but I didn't because like I was the only one there. But they got me. Okay, I gotta get it. I have to get it. They got me this bag, this like I don't know what the technical term is. It's like not fleece, alpaca. I don't know. It looks like like a stoner would have like like a beanie bag, like kind of that material, but for like a little tote bag. And I use this for my Magic decks. I use this all the time for that. No joke. Whenever I show up to an LGS, I'm carrying this. Like, on God. I love it. I absolutely love it. And they also got me a sombrero. I might want to take off the letters on top because it just says Cosmel, but it's a big ass sombrero. It's huge. It fits, but it's huge. I don't want to, I could wear it on stream and I'll do it in the after show. I'll show it off, but not now. I'm just like, I have a sombrero now. Just like, what? For no reason. Like, I'm so glad that they got that. It's so cool. My parents are cool. Kids, respect for parents. Because they do a lot. Yeah, even on the call, one of the guys, Nerd, one day might be on the show. I don't know. But he's literally a dad, so probably not. Because he's got stories. He's got stories. Like, he was telling some good ones today. But, like, he's probably not going to do it because he's a dad. He's literally a dad of young kids. He's not going to be able to do it. Be on the show. At least for years. Or if I piece around a schedule and make it work. But then it would not be the live cast. So, yeah. That's the whole bit. That's the bit. If there's one bit of this show, we are not leaving the fact that it's going to be at midnight. Wherever, I don't know if it'll be like wherever I'm at. And I know I've discussed this before. I don't know if it's central time of US, like when that time, or if it's wherever I'm at. Because I feel like I have to keep it consistent to one or the other. And I feel like keeping it consistent to the location is probably the best. Although, I don't know. It might be easier for me to just do it when it's midnight for me. I mean, it's my show. I can do whatever the flip a dip I want. Flip a dip. I mean, day wise, yeah, I can change, but I don't like change the time. No, the spirit of it is midnight, and it has to be at midnight somewhere. I feel like it has to be the location where I'm at. Now I'm thinking about it, because like it's midnight somewhere, but it's not midnight here. That's the best joke. That's it. I figured it out. Signed, sealed, delivered. Man, I wish I could put some Pep Band again. I freaking love Pep Band. Pep Band is so fun. Like, I love doing it playing in high school and in college. Even for marching band, for the 1 year that my high school really got into it or tried. Man, it was definitely a bunch of oh, my kid can't commit to it. They got other commitments, but they want to be the star player. It's like, you can't commit, but you also want to be the starter. You can't play both. You can't do both. Yeah, and that kind of played into and I hated that, and I hated parents that would be like, oh, well, what are you doing to help your why is my kid not, instrument one, and be like, my band or choir director be like, well, what is your kid doing outside of class to better themselves as a musician? Oh, nothing. Well, that's your problem. Are they practicing? Are they going out of the way to go to a practice? What other extracurricular stuff? It's like for anything else. And I feel like the best way to get better at anything is to go out of your way to make yourself better. I feel like if you can take lessons, do it. Take lessons in anything. Take lessons. If you can do extracurricular, if you want to be a soccer star, play extra soccer teams. It's not gonna hurt. Yeah, if you get injured, you're out, whatever. But if you have more time playing, you have more time playing. You know how to play. You can practice all you want, but you also need to know how to use that in things. And I'm going to be the first one to say, especially as a musician myself, I was not the best at practicing. I was definitely not the best at practicing. But even in the weeks and stuff like that I had to scramble for lessons, oh shit, I wasn't able to get to practice because as much as I wanted to, because of blank, blank, blank. I feel like that pressure really got me to be a better musician, because it forced me to do and learn to read and to be just to straight up be better. Yeah, you fall into habits sometimes and stuff like that, but it forced you to learn to oh, I have to know this rhythm. Got to get that drilled into your head as best and quick as possible. And there's definitely been lessons where I've attended with my old crotchety, teacher. She was, man, I love her. She's sweet, but she instilled the fear of God. I sometimes think about the drive from my house to her house, and I just kind of shudder a little bit. I don't really anymore, but I still just remember some days knowing, oh fuck, I have a lesson today. My hand is twitching. I just feel it in my hands. And I think I got over it later when I was getting into high school. Even when I started playing horn, I got to a point where she was like, yeah, I can't help you anymore. You know more than I do. And I had to, I got trained by someone from the Minnesota Orchestra. It was crazy. She was so cool. Man. I learned so much by going out of my way to find good people to teach me. And that's what I would say for anything. For any sport, something like that, if you want to know how to be better, talk, you will have to, I feel you to know information, yeah, you can get some basic stuff, but you have to understand you have to play, you have to practice, you got to be in action, you got to do things to make it work and not just suck up to somebody's agenda or to get your agenda pushed through. It's not cool. I hated that in high school. I really hated that in band. Like in wrestling, like it made sense because like the ones that were trying to get their agenda were the fucking like superstars. They were literally like, they were good. They were good. Like they were going on the mat and killing. Or they were very athletic and stuff like that. It made sense. But in music, like if you're not practicing, if you're not playing, you're not getting good. And you know, there is a little bit of skill in there and talent, but like it's not this, it's pretty much the same. You know, you got to play, you got to know how to do it. You got to go out of your way to do extra stuff to be better than the rest. And the ones that don't. And the ones that do are. And you could definitely tell because a lot of the band and choir kids, like me included, were the good musicians. Like we had, simply because we were both band and choir, we had less time to learn the music. Solely because of that. There were weeks where I like did not go into one of the classes, not because if we had a concert, just because. And then it's like, say 1 week it was a band concert, the next week was a choir concert. Like there's sometimes where it's like, oh, I haven't been in one of the things for 2 weeks. Like legitimately, just because one of these things takes more priority. But oh shit, we got a concert next week. We gotta be ready. We got a concert this week. We gotta be ready. And like by like Tuesday, we'd be on our game. Like we'd be up to speed with everyone else of that concert week. Like Monday, we'd be like, oh fuck. We'd have that like, oh fuck moment, but we'd be like, something just snaps. I felt like something snapped in our brains. Like, oh, at least for me, it felt like something snapped. It's like, oh, I already know this. Let's go. Like I've awakened something in my subconscious, you know, just because of muscle memory and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I didn't really get that much in college because of the scheduling. But man, it was that rush in high school of like, yeah, you gotta learn all these, like a full set list of songs. And yeah, you only got like 3 days to do it. Honestly, for choir was a lot easier. I'm gonna be honest. For choir was so much easier. Because band, like you have to learn how to play it. You gotta learn how to articulate it. Choir, you're part of a choir. You can sing loud, you can sing quiet, but the voice is a lot easier to manipulate than an instrument, in my opinion, because there's a lot more minutia and skill. But yeah, but I think we should probably end it. You know, wrap it up here. So if you want to watch this, you can go live to my Twitch, watch the whole thing, watch my internet die on you, watch both segments or all of it, whatever tickles your fancy. You go to twitch.tv/Melted Lyric Original, all one word, or search it up, Melted Lyric Original. Find my silhouette, or if I change something else. You can watch this happen live. You can interact with me live, and you can watch the after show, which is just me basically editing the podcast and sending it out and just doing other stuff. Like I've been playing some Deep Rock Galactic, like in my last stream. God, that is such a fun game to go back to. Like I haven't played it for a long time, and oh man, is it fun. Like you could just, like I just literally played like an engineer, like the engineer, and I haven't played with the engineer, period. And I'm just like, huh. This is fun. Like it's so easy to pick up, and the community is so cool. Like it's helpful. Like you can be helpful when you don't have all the gear, which is crazy. And it's kind of inspired by Helldivers, or it was inspired by Helldivers, which then inspired Helldivers 2. And on it, like, personally, I like Deep Rock Galactic better. Just because, like, I feel like I'm too squishy in Helldivers 2. And yeah, I could be as helpful as I can in a mission, but like, I have to have all these freaking weapons unlocked, like all these bugs and whatever. But like in Deep Rock Galactic, yeah, I'm not dying every 5 seconds. Like, I'm not blowing myself up because, oops, a bug got too close that I did not see. Like, seriously? Like, how am I supposed to, how am I supposed to counter that? I don't know. Just be better. It's like, okay, run away. Cool. Automatons can shoot you still. Whatever. Why am I ranting on this? Let me get away from it. So if you want the edited down stuff, you can on my YouTube and eventually onto other podcast stuff. Yeah. I also make other videos on my YouTube channel. Weekly stuff, random stuff. I don't know what I'm going to be putting there this week, but that's the fun of it. It's random. It's not good for their algorithm, but it's random. It could be long. It could be very short. Who knows? I don't. I'm going crazy. Yeah. Thank you to Greetings for the use of the song Used to It off the album The Call. I don't know when their lease is up, because like I thought it was done, but it's not. I think it's in the end of July. I feel like that's probably when they're coming down into the area, so I'll be able to see them a lot more. But I don't know. I thought they said June, but they're still up there for some reason. I don't know. Could be wrong. Anywho. And thanks to you guys for listening, watching, doing what you do, and all that other stuff. But as I look at the clock, it sure shit ain't midnight here anymore. But it's midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here where I'm at, here, because we established this, until it becomes midnight here, once again, I'll see you later. But until then, bye-bye.